So here's this Facebook chat I did with the scammer. So the scammer is Valley Homestead, and they're a known scammer. There's another one called Green Hill Bees or something like that, and there's a lot of these. And I knew this was a scammer. I can tell by their pictures. I can tell by their Facebook profile. So I just reached out to them to just mess with them, honestly. So this is their. This is the chat with them. So I messaged them directly. I messaged them, commented on their post in this group called Southeastern U.S. Beekeeping Use. They were just basically trying to sell bees. So I commented on it, and then they reached out to me directly this way. Because they won't have comments in public, or they won't have discussions in public spaces. So he asked me if I want nukes or queens. I said both. First thing they did is they asked me where I am. So I said where I am, and then they said basically a location that is too far away to drive, but it's close enough to get like low shipping, basically, or to kind of have some commonality as far as being in the region. So I said I was in Atlanta. They said they're in Tennessee. So as far as queens go, they have all of the most popular types, of course. And here I was just kind of messing with them. I asked him if they were mated, and he didn't reply to that one. I was messing with him here. I was asking if I should add 2 queens to a single hive. And at first he said yes, that's a good idea, and then he changed his comment. So you had to be careful with these scammers, because they will give you just enough information to give you a little bit of confidence in them. But they don't obviously know what they're talking about. So he says they have mated queens available now, and just to give you an idea, I'm recording this. It's like early December. Like nobody's selling queens in December, unless you're in Hawaii. So he asked me, do I need 10? And then I confirmed about this whole like 10 hives, 20 queens type of thing. And then he just kind of continued to give me information about that. He did say, you only need 10, which is good. That was nice of him to do that. He doesn't want to oversell bees to me. I asked him for referrals, and he didn't respond to that at all. He wants my name and my email because he doesn't want to give information about himself out. So he wants my name and my email, and then he's going to get on one of these programs and then send me an invoice for these queens. And then he keeps doubling down on this, like my tracking number is available, and our tracking number is available only after I pay them. So he says I can pay through Zelle, Apple Pay, Chime, which all of those have a family and friends option as well. There's also PayPal and Cash App and there's another one. Oh, Venmo. That's it. Yeah, Venmo's another option right here. So he gives me the price for all the queens and all the shipping, and then I give him a hard time about one of the programs to see if he would flex into a different program, and he said he would. He said his son can help him with PayPal. So I asked him what his email is, because with these programs, you can put in an email or you can put it in a phone number, and you can send them a message and send them money. So I asked him what his email address, and he gave me this one. So he said that his daughter is Doris, apparently, which I don't think anybody under the age of 60 is named Doris. So again, he says make sure you do the family and friends thing, because that is, if you send money via family and friends, that means that you don't have any way to get the money back if it is a fraud. The reason it says family friends, because they don't charge a fee on family and friends, and because they don't charge a fee, they don't give you protection from fraud. So if you're sending your money to a business, you pay a fee, but you do get protection. So he says his daughter is Doris, of course. And I ask him about the family and friends in the business, and he doubles down on, yes, do the family and friends thing, because if we do the business thing and it's a fraud, then I have rights to get the money back. So, and then he loses the money in that way, and then he also gets his account shut down. So let's see, again, tracking number, invoice after the payment, and then this is where he starts getting like aggressive, basically, where he starts saying like, hey, if you don't want this, you need to stop messing with me. If you think I'm a scam, you need to go somewhere else. And then I just kind of double down on the desperation and really needing them. I was trying to get his phone number right here. So I was trying to say, hey, PayPal wants your phone number, and which it does sometimes. Some of these programs will say like, hey, we need a phone number to confirm, and then he just refuses to give me his phone number. And the kind of a lot of this conversation right here is about phone number. I'm also asking him like what type of cage the queens come in. That should be very easy information. And if you're selling queens, you typically only use one type of queen cage. Queen breeders do not use all the different types of queen cages. They have their favorite because they ship them in a certain way, so they pick a certain way to send the queen cages. So this is a JZBZ cage, very common. This is a California Mini, very common. And then I asked him about the 3-hole ones, and he doesn't know what I'm talking about, which is another very common queen cage that is used. So he just says yes, because these scammers, they just want to say yes to everything. So I just try to get his phone number again. I just try to keep sending him messages and be like, hey, I'm free right now. Can you call? And he just refuses. Like, he doesn't want to talk on the phone because obviously he's a scammer. So here he's trying to he's trying to close the deal. So he's trying to send me screenshots of another customer saying that this is the last customer that was happy, but the screenshots, they don't say anything. They just say basically like, yes, I want these bees, I have PayPal, and that's it. And then he sends this right here as proof of tracking, and it's called Smart Express Delivery Services, which is not FedEx or UPS or the post office. So that's kind of not a good thing to use to convince people. This is his last ditch effort right here, just trying to get a deal. He basically says, hey, if you just give me $280 instead of the $380, you can pay the other $100 after you arrive. So again, and then right here, it's been a couple of days, so he has a new email address. So his daughter is Doris and his son is Carrie, apparently. So he's changed his email address, which who changes their email address? I've had the same email address since I was in high school. So he's again complaining just about us and not wanting to order. So I go to this last step right here, and I ask him. He says he's in Tennessee, so I try to figure out where in Tennessee he says he is. So he says he's in Jackson, right? I think he says he's in. Yes, he's in Jackson, Tennessee, and I just picked a place that was really close to Jackson, Tennessee, and I was like, hey, I can drive out there free tomorrow. Let me come out there. And he's getting kind of pigeonholed, so he's trying to figure out how to get out of this. So the last thing he said to me basically was, I will let you know if I have queens that are extra. And then it's been about 24 hours and he hasn't responded back to these. So this is just kind of a typical recipe for scammers, is they use these apps that have no protection, and it doesn't matter if these scammers get smarter and they do different things. They all need payment, and they all need digital payments. So as long as you are not sending payments to people via family and friends, then you have protection. So hopefully you found this educational and @maybe a little bit entertaining, and maybe you can email this guy at, let's see, what was his new email address? carrycomfort71@gmail. Maybe you can send him an email and ask him if he has queens for sale, and you can mess with them. But anyways, hopefully you found that helpful.